How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. My name is Saintsman, and Rockstar have come out with a Newswire today that has somewhat run through the list of features and updates they plan on bringing to the game, some of them actually really soon. So if you want to know what's going to happen with Red Dead Online, then this is the video for you. So today they actually released a new game mode to the game with a new update called Gun Rush. It's a battle royale mode. I talked a lot about it in my earlier video today. You can go check that out if you really want to know more about it. But in addition to that, on their Newswire, they talked about a ton of stuff that's going to be coming. So running through the list of this, they say, actually, we'll just read straight from the Newswire. More updates are coming soon, including new races and showdown modes, and new clothing and emotes, as well as some additional changes based on player feedback, including, and these are some interesting things, daily challenges. Tackle new challenges each day covering every aspect of the game from sharpshooting to evading the law. Law and bounty upgrades. Some changes are coming to the way the law and bounty systems work in Red Dead Online to reduce the enticements for griefing. Soon, players will get a bounty for committing crimes and will be incentivized to pay them off with an allotted time. Wait too long, and bounty hunters from each of the states will track the player, forcing them to pay up or escape. The parlay system is actually getting some changes for the better, and they're making it easier to trigger so that you can avoid aggressive players more quickly. In addition, it will be easier to trigger feuds, posse feuds, and leader feuds to take on attacking players in structured competition. And then the final thing that they mentioned was the proximity-based player blips. Player location blips will soon appear only over short distances, reducing the range at which you are visible to others, decreasing the likelihood of being targeted by another player across large areas. Down the line, we are also looking to introduce the ability to identify players who grief and kill indiscriminately with a progressively darkening blip that becomes more visible and at a longer range. So everyone in a session can identify potentially dangerous opponents at a glance and from a safe distance. So everything I mentioned, which I will touch on a little bit more in a second here, that's all coming soon. Now look, we don't know what coming soon means in Rockstar terms. Sometimes that means a couple of days, sometimes that means a couple of weeks, sometimes it's like 3 months, who knows. But coming soon, all of that is. Now, as for what's coming for the rest of this year, now this probably isn't everything, obviously, but they did mention a few things. More to come. We are working on lots of new content that will be releasing this year. Just a few of the updates in the works are all new missions to build on your story in a land of opportunities from previously established characters like Horley and Jessica, and some new ones as well. Also, a range of dynamic events throughout the world, lots of new competitive modes including new showdown modes and races, plus new weapons and clothing, and lots more that we're not quite ready to announce just yet. Now, it's funny, yesterday I mentioned how I would like Rockstar to come out and give us some sort of outline for what they wanted to do in 2019. And I guess this is somewhat of an outline. However, it's very, very vague. And that's what is unfortunate about this. I mean, the end of it, they have lots more, which they're not ready to announce yet. I'm sure they have a ton of stuff, but I would like to know, like, give me an idea of what to expect. Because I'm not sure about you guys, but at least for me, Red Dead Online, unlike GTA Online, isn't going to survive off of new races and new showdown modes. Honestly, all those ones, even the new one that came out today, that's not something I really want to play Red Dead Online for. The new dynamic events, that's going to be a lot of fun if those are really cool. Obviously, new missions, that's going to be wonderful. But I do hope they maybe go a little bit in depth with the missions. I don't know, maybe just it was me, but I felt like coming from single player to online, the missions in online were definitely not on the same tier as the ones from single player. So I would like to see some better missions and maybe even some overarching stories, or like, you know, mini contained ones like in GTA Online with the heists and the many different stories that we had for them. As for the stuff that's coming soon, I wanted to touch on some of these things. Daily challenges, I mean, that's kind of something taken from GTA Online with the daily challenges there. I'm sure it'll be something similar, but that's awesome just to have something to do each day. The law and bounty upgrades, that sounds pretty damn good. I do hope, however, when they say some players will get bounties, I do hope they allow us as players to bounty hunt those players with bounties. I feel like that's really going to be a missed opportunity if they don't do that. The new passive mode changes, the parlay changes. That's definitely a good thing. We'll have to wait and see how it is implemented, but that to fix griefing is definitely needed. And then the proximity-based player blips. Kind of a mouthful there, but this was something I think everyone wanted, but I do hope Rockstar do it correctly. Because actually in the game, we already have proximity-based voice chat, but that proximity-based voice chat is about like 10 miles, it seems. You could basically hear people from across the map, even though it is proximity-based. So if it is like that, and you still see players' blips like 5 miles away, that defeats the entire purpose. But if they have it kind of like the original Red Dead, where if they're just in your sight line and you see them, that would be much better. And I do like the idea that they are taking, obviously, from GTA Online with the mental state, where if people kill each other or kill NPCs, I guess, in a period of time, they do a lot of it, then they do get a new icon or a darker icon. So you know to sort of steer clear of that person. That's definitely a good thing. One of the other things they did actually say on their Newswire is that, obviously, to keep the feedback coming, but Red Dead Online will stay in beta for a few more months as they do have new gameplay features to add across the board. So a few more months, that usually translates into about a year for Rockstar, but the beta tag is going to remain on this game. Don't know really how much that or what that exactly means, because beta, I mean, I don't know, is it really in a beta right now? That's obviously one of the questions that there's a kind of a debate about. But I did just want to mention that they did say it is staying in beta for a few more months. But I am wondering that all of this does lead me to wonder, when is that first big DLC going to be? Now, if you look at GTA Online, if you don't want to count the first big DLC until the heist DLC, then we're waiting like 2 years. But they did have some of the smaller ones, like the High Life DLC. That was one of them from back in the day. And that came out, I think, maybe a year-ish later after Online was released. But I do wonder when that first big DLC is going to be. And I wonder what, because we still have yet to get a trailer for Red Dead Online. So we don't even know what Rockstar want to do with Red Dead Online, apart from these little snippets that they say. But look, good news to not sort of end on a negative note. They did at least come out, give us some updates, give us some news. Hopefully they do elaborate, they expand on some of those things they mentioned towards the end of the Newswire, because I would like to know what lots more they have working, just to know if I should be, hyped for it or not. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's going to do it for this video. Please drop a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more Red Dead Redemption 2 videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.